Welcome to the channel, everyone. So, it's a general collective right now, and I did a meditation this morning first, and some stuff that came through is it seems like someone or some of you are waiting either on opportunities, or maybe you don't know you're waiting on opportunities. Maybe there's somebody out there who's waiting, trying to figure out how to approach you. But you could be waiting on opportunities also. It seems as though I always get these, like, taking the next steps and stuff like that. I think that's who I'm guided towards. That's my collective. So it seems like you've had like a moment of clarity or enlightenment, like self-reflection, and you're taking a pause, looking towards your future and kind of how to go about approaching it. I don't know if you know that you're getting ready to do something, or you want to do something new, or an opportunity came up, something like that. Something, it's like there's a line and there's going to be a change, or that you want there to be change, or something like that. But it seems like you're now discovering like the weight of some of your less desirable decisions you've made. I'm getting like a karma type of thing. And now you're kind of thinking, like, worried about if karma is a thing, and if it's gonna like sneak up on you now that things seem like they're going smoothly, like you're like sleeping with one eye open now. Yeah, and like whatever things that are coming up in your head, what might be like a tie, like a karmic tie that you still have, that's like keeping you from completely just clean, feeling like a fresh start, like a clean start. You feel like you still have this tie to something, some karmic something. I'm not saying like a relationship or anything. I'm not saying anything like that. I'm saying decisions you've made along the way to, like, knit your blanket, your tapestry of life, so to speak. Like, where's the bad stitches? And maybe you're kind of realizing now, maybe that you are a little bit more mature and grown a little bit, that the severity of some of the things that you didn't think were a big deal, maybe you're like, ooh, maybe it was a little bit more of a big deal, to whomever was involved. It's enough that, like, you're thinking about, like, if you got equal treatment of some sort, that it's causing you anxiety to know, like, if karma's a thing and you're gonna get an equal thing to what you've done, you're a little nervous about it. And I think you are, like, maybe making a new life, or you have been, like, and you're taking new steps and stuff like this, and you might be a different person, but I think you're realizing, like, it doesn't take that away. Like, just because you've paved over the cracks in the ground doesn't mean they're gone. They're just paved over. They're gonna come up. You're gonna have to keep paving it. You gotta rip it down to the ground and start fresh. For anything quality, right? You know, and it's the type of thing, it's like, yeah, just because you acknowledge it to yourself, it doesn't mean anything. It just confirms that you know what you did was wrong, you know, by you thinking that way. You know, the scales still need to be balanced. You know, by being aware, you're actually, it's almost like you're being given the chance. Okay, so now you're aware of this, so you can either be proactive in trying to fix it, or you can do nothing and the universe will do it for you, you know, as it sees fit. If you ignore the chance to, you know, some of you might not be able to fix it. I don't know what it is that's bothering you, that you feel like you need to fix somehow, whether within yourself or with God or with whomever, or maybe the person has passed away. I don't know. Maybe we'll find out. Or maybe you just don't feel like you can go back, or maybe it was so long ago, or maybe whatever, you know. But you gotta kind of figure out how to fix that thread. I was trying to figure out at one point, is it something you think you're getting karma for, or is it something that you feel like, you know, you're holding a grudge against somebody else? And you know, I still don't know. It could kind of go either way, even with your pre-shuffle here. You know, I do feel like you have like a gift from the universe, so to speak. Something is being withheld from you, or you're being like stunted from your full potential in some way. Probably not obvious, like you may not even know, but something out there that you would benefit from is being held from you until you acquire some self-awareness and work on the parts of you that have been able to, you know, you've been able to suppress and live without healing them. You know, you act like you don't believe in karma, but you do. And you saying you don't believe in it is like you think you're protecting yourself in some way, like if you don't acknowledge it. It doesn't work that way. So yeah, I don't know. So I did that, and then I wanted to see what the pre-shuffle said, like if it coincided, if that was going to be a different reading for another time, I don't know. But it did, I feel like. My confirming cards again, guys. I swear to God, you can't make this up. This is slip sliding all over the place. So, again, you know, I always say man or woman, either. This is not gender, it's the energy. So we got the Queen of Earth. That to me was initially confirming that you're kind of like at a place of stability. You know, you've come along in life. You're a little ways along the road. Because the way I read the cards, and that's how my guides are going to talk to me, the Queen of Earth is kind of like an excelled queen. She's kind of pretty, she's pretty grounded. She's not gonna like fly off the handle or anything with her emotions and blah blah blah. She's good with money, probably a businesswoman, things of that sort. So I feel like man or woman, you've escalated to some point, You know, and with the Two of Water coming out, it's like, you know, like-minded people. In a way, you know, connections. People connections, human connections. New ones. To me, it's like new people, new beginnings, new friendships, new love offers, new whatever. Like, you're starting, all of this is like new. You are excelled, but you're starting in like a new chapter. You know, it seems like. And then we got the Queen of Pentacles to confirm. With some, you know, inner turmoil going on in the Death card, which is confirming to me you're looking for like the death of your old life in the beginning of a new one. But I feel like this inner turmoil about this something keeping you attached to this old life. And it very well might be your karmic ties, whichever way they're going. You know, again, I do feel like initially it's whatever you have to fix. It could be for multiple people. So it could be for some of you, you have stuff you have to go back and fix. For some of you, you may have someone you need to just forgive because you're not going to get that from them. You know, and it's hindering your progress. I get that for sure. And I get it the other way too. None of us are saints. We all have hurt people. But you know what I did? I took action. And I tried my very best to apologize to, you know, people I could apologize to, and you know, different things that I saw wrong that I need to fix with my, you know, moral compass, so to speak, whatever. With how I believe I'm supposed to be conducting myself, being on this path I'm on. Changes had to be made. It wasn't easy and it wasn't obvious at first, and you know, you go forward and then you take a couple steps back and shit happens, but acknowledgement and moving forward is what's key. You can go back and learn. So that being said, I think that might be some stuff you're kind of going on with right now. It's hard to, you can't just completely rip ties either, so that's hard. So then we come over to here with the Star and the Hermit came out, and then with the Death card, you know, of course, to link. So to me, this is saying you do want to move forward to your new goals and dreams and ambitions and things like that, whatever you're looking forward to right now. But that inner voice, that hermit, those things that, you know, maybe you did think about because you were healing, they're like, hey, okay, so we thought about this, now what? You didn't do something? And yeah, you want to move on so badly, but they're like, yeah, you can't until you do this. So you should probably do something about that. And then we come over and we got the Devil, which is confirming your karmic tie to whatever it is. That's, you know, this is the bottom of the deck. I didn't touch on those yet, kind of. You know, the Moon for this one, I think it's you. You know, these things have been illuminated to, and you kind of picking apart these. They're like secrets. Only you know all of these things, you know. So this is very much inward work here. I think that's happening and is causing the inward turmoil. And you're like, I just want to move on. And they're like, funny thing. Or for those of you trying to move on, you're like, why am I so stuck? Why can't I just, what is going on that I can't let this go? You know, it's kind of both those type of things. Yeah, so then coming over here to, like, the Hermit and the Star, you want so badly to move forward. You have so much, like, ready to go for you. But that darkness of the Hermit, yeah, it's like, ma'am, sir, we need to deal with this. We need to deal with these secrets. This is the Seven of Swords. And that's what I think it is. Those are secrets. That you're carrying. And so then with the Devil, you know, and then we have the Knight of Cups and the Four of Cups, and this is like almost a picture, right? And this person's like, coming to tell you what to do. And you're like, yeah, I don't know about that. Yeah, and you're like trying any other thing to fix this other than, like, well, maybe if you just did this. You're like, yeah, no, I don't know, maybe I could try something else. And they're like, yeah, no, you can't try anything else. You didn't try anything else when you did it. You know, or whatever, you know, whatever the case may be. And then, so with the King of Pentacles now and the High Priestess, I'm feeling like it's like, in order for you to move on from this Queen of Pentacles, you're not moving forward until you handle this. You know, and if you're not getting closure from somebody, you're not moving forward until you handle this. And they're telling you just have to, you know, accept it for what it is. And this is hard because you're trying to move on. You're like, this, for that instance, you're like, yeah, but you don't want to move on without the closure from whomever you feel owes you closure. And that life isn't like that. It's not a Disney movie. And I'm sorry if you were led to believe that, but you don't need closure from people to move on. You can just move on. You can just move on. You don't need an excuse to stay stuck in your feelings because you're stuck on this person. Just move. You can just move on. You were okay before you knew them. You will be okay afterwards. I'm not trying to be harsh. I'm just saying. Be sad. Mourn it. Even if something traumatic happened to you, it might take years to get over it. You'll never get over it. But at some point in time, you need to, I'm not going to say get over it, but you need to find a way to put it away. Put it on a shelf someplace if you can't heal from it enough to, that it's affecting your life. Okay? You need to find a way to be able to function. If you need to go to, like, therapy or something like that, go. Whatever you need to do to release this burden, do it. Don't just sweep it away and think you don't ever have to deal with it, because you're going to be 60 years old and be like, why am I crazy? Probably because you didn't deal with shit from when you were 20. Just saying. So, that's what this seems like it's all about. So let's see what the reading actually says. I don't mean to say it so condescending, like, just do it, because it's not that easy. But I do get frustrated with people who, like, are intelligent enough that understand what you're saying to them, right? But continue to not do anything because it's easier. Well, yeah, of course it is. But it's not. I'm telling you right now, it's a lot easier. If I had known the positive outcomes from some of the changes and choices I've made in the past few years. I would have done it so long ago. So many things. But you do it when you're ready. If you were handed an opportunity before you're mentally, emotionally, whatever, ready for it, you're gonna screw it up and you're gonna lose the opportunity. So be grateful. If, you know, something's taking a little bit for you to come in, maybe it's supposed to. Maybe you need to grow a little bit first so you can handle it. Because if you're complaining and you're not doing something about it, you probably can't handle it yet. Just saying. I love you guys. I love you guys. Listen, I only say this because I have fucking been through hell and back, so I feel like if I can do it, anybody can. I don't have anything special. I don't have any special tools. I don't have money. I don't have anything. But myself. So I created the tools. Okay, Spirit, let's get a little opening vibe for the official reading, shall we? Oh, I'm gonna do a little dippy doo. A little dippy doo. I love these little things. Are they cute? They came with this. My daughter got me that a couple years ago. And I was like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do with these. And I was like, oh. I found a little holder. Thank you, Spirit. You've been with me all morning. The longer it takes in between my videos, the longer it takes me to set up for the first one. Definitely. Welcome, welcome. Please come in and help me bring clear messages to my collective, if you don't mind. Okay, let's do this. I'm not gonna do like a huge spread because that was pretty long. That was a pretty long intro reading, right? It's okay. Whoop. I'm not in a rush. Are you in a rush? I don't rush for anything. Slow down, move too fast. Got to let the morning rest. Oh, I hope this isn't the trajectory of this whole thing for them to fall off. Maybe I should move a little closer. Oh, sorry. Earthquake! That's why I sit far back, my knees. I'll stretch them out. Oh, I probably should stretch them out anyway. When I complain about stuff, if another person tells me that it's because I'm getting old, I'm gonna probably cry. It's so funny because then I'll have people who, most of the people I deal with every day are way older than me. They're like at least 20 years older than me. So they're like, oh, you're just a baby. I'm like, listen, alright, I'm the oldest I've ever been. So it's all new to me. And they laugh. I'm like, I guess that's true. I'm like, think about when you were 45. I'm like, yeah, that's true. I don't know what was going on. I was like, exactly. Alright, let me focus. Thank you, Spirit. Sorry. Okay. Alright. So, Six of Earth. Yeah, I think you're such a different, this could be like decades, you know what I mean? This could be really old. Something, you know when you have something you said in like 4th grade? And you still think about it when you go to sleep sometimes? No? Just me? It's kind of like, it seems like it's like, or it's very deep. And maybe it's just, you just can't get past it, but you're looking to, you know, again, this next step, going into a new part of your life, like leaving stuff behind that doesn't fit you anymore, that doesn't serve you. You're looking for balance and give and take and just like a peaceful life. You're looking to just build your foundation. I think it's very simple. This is a very simple like vibe of what you're looking for. You just don't want, you're trying to just walk away from drama and just be like balanced, like have enough money to live, build your little foundation for yourself with stuff you like. Yeah. And here's the Queen of Earth back again. Her confirmation, I think, that we're carrying over from the pre-shuffle. Yeah, you're mature, you're grown now, and things that you like once wanted, probably the more material things, don't really seem like they matter so much, or yeah, whatever it is, it's making you like, fuck, what did I do? And on the other side, you're kind of, again, all you want is your peace and your give and take, and you're walking away from all the drama. Again, same parallel, but you're looking back and like, instead of what did I do, like your whole thing of why you're holding on is you can't understand why whatever happened to you happened. Like you can't grasp the like reason. Like there's no reason. Like you can't even, like it's like you can't let that go. Like why? You're probably never gonna get the answer. I'm sorry. And I think that's kind of what you're going through. Like, how do I just get through this and be who I am now? You know, I'm not that person anymore. I've grown so much, but I still can't let go of this little piece. Like the Princess and the Pea. Like, what the hell is that? That's keeping me up at night. Yeah, it's you have to find a way to understand people are terrible. And I'm sorry. But if someone did something so horribly to you that they were able to do it, they're not going to apologize for it. They wouldn't have done it. If we're, depending on the level, you know, and everyone's level is different. But if it's enough to that you're carrying it like that, then they didn't care when they did it. They're not going to apologize. They're going to act like it didn't happen. Because they're gonna know you don't want to talk about it. You know, maybe you'll be the receiver of whoever's on the other end of this, the person who's trying to figure out how to fix their karma. That would be great, but that's like a 1 in a million shot. When do you ever get that? When do you ever get closure from somebody? like that, you know. Not generally. Not generally. I've had a couple of lucky instances where I've been able to revisit things and kind of get, like, tie up some loose ends, you know. Not all, but some. So, and you know what? It didn't make a difference. It didn't make a difference. I'm telling you from first-hand account, it does not make a difference. It's just a control thing. And it's just a way for you to trick yourself into not moving on and getting hurt by the next situation because you're so focused on that one. Like, you can't get pregnant twice, right? You can't get hurt if you're not, if you're sitting in your current hurt. Thank you, Spirit. I'm gonna lay these ones out. I have cups, okay. In the context of the story that's unfolding, what I'm gathering from this is you must have a goal or some type of life, like just an event or, you know, trajectory is on the horizon. Your destiny, your hopes, your dreams, your star. Again. I think that was earlier, never mind. For your obstacle, the 10 of Pentacles, I'm not seeing this as like a windfall. I'm seeing this as family issues you need to clean up. So I feel like whatever the karma is, or the whatever is, it's family related. This gives me almost like a swept under the rug type of feeling. Like you just try to like put it in there. Oops, put it in there, like the junk room. And I say family. Family is whomever is your family, your soul family, your real family, your friends you consider family. Once you like marry somebody, they're your family. Once you have like children with somebody, they're your family. You know, broad range of family. And your action recommended, regardless of what side of the coin you're on, is to face it head on. There's no avoiding this. Every single portion of this reading, from the meditation to the pre-shuffle to the actual reading itself, there is no avoiding this. Confrontation, acknowledgement, whatever it is, only you know. I don't know. Whatever it is that you have to face in order for you to have your victory after a battle. And this is, we've already had the Five of Wands earlier, of the battle within yourself. You know, and again, this is going to be different levels for everybody. What is like something really hard for me to talk about or acknowledge or confront is not going to be the same for somebody else. We all have our levels of whatever, you know. So I'm not comparing anybody's tragedy to anybody else's, because you can't. All right. Yeah, everything's spilling out. I think everything's starting to spill out too. I'm trying to move on and everything's spilling out. And you're trying to like push it back in. Like whether it's in your head or maybe I don't know, other people are aware or starting to be aware. I don't know. Can I use your bathroom? Yeah, the door on the right. The door on the left. No, don't open that door. Maybe you have a lot of things you haven't addressed. Whoa. Yeah, those are the only two that will face it. My ponytail hit that lonely bun. There's the Five of Wands again. And the Hangman. Yeah. On your path to becoming the person you are, to have these goals, like I said, you must have had some type of healing and enlightenment along the way. And you're looking at these things from a different perspective, and it's causing some turmoil within you. Or if you're the person who can't move on, you can't move on because of the inner turmoil. Yeah. Thank you, Spirit, for having these very crafted cards for both lines of the story, right? You can't avoid it. This is the obstacle. It's like you can't get out. This is the way out. And you have to get through this. And you knew this was coming. You knew it was coming. You knew you couldn't just keep it there. Whew. Yeah. This is a Wheel of Fortune moment. This is a life, your life's gonna click. You're going on again to a next chapter. And this is gonna determine what page we turn to, how you deal with this. Do we turn to page 23, or do we turn to page 64? I don't know. Yep. Your advice or action recommended. Deal with this head on. With your love, be genuine, and if you're not, then don't do it. If you're just doing it for trying to, manipulate the universe to not give you karma, it doesn't work that way either. I always reference the never-ending story. Those statues, they're gonna know if you're lying or not. And you will not make it through the gate. And for whomever hasn't seen it, I'm sorry, and you just need to go see it. I'm not gonna explain it. It's 2025. Everyone my age and younger should have seen this. It's like mandatory. Seven of Swords. Well, coinciding with the Seven of Swords from the pre-shuffle, I think your outcome is going to be victory, and dealing with the secrets. Letting the secrets will come out. Yeah. And again, the person who is trying to move on with getting closure, I think it's the same thing for you, my friend. I think the only way out is through this door, and you have to get through this. And these are the things that you have to be like, okay, let it go. It's not worth gold. All that glitters is not gold. All that glitters is not gold. This is stale ass candy from last Easter. Okay? That's what it is. Throw it out. And get to the wheel. And then you can spin it. And that will predict your trajectory. How you deal with getting through that. Dealing with it head on. But also giving yourself grace and love and care. Because it is emotional. And it's a hard thing to do. So you're going to need your cup full. So you may not be able to do this until you're like, okay, I have to like heal a little bit more. And then, you know, you can be victorious if you can get through this and move on. And, you know, you actually might find out some secrets that you didn't know. Or maybe whatever happened that you need closure from, you will now talk about. And maybe just talking to other people about it and not keeping it to yourself will be victorious. And you might help people along the way. Because people have gone through what you've gone through, even if you feel like you're all alone. You're not. And Three of Swords. Yeah, that makes sense. So the perceived heartache. You know, I'm taking the Knight of Cups on the bottom of the other deck as, you know, try to move forward with your heart full. Trying to move forward, doing something you love, for either line of the story. And then, you know, but you're also carrying this, mental, like, anguish, heartache that you're putting on yourself for not dealing with this on either end. It's gonna be hard either way. You know, maybe the person who needs closure, maybe you need to say it to the person. Maybe it's you that needs to say something. Maybe you're not waiting for them to say something. Maybe you need to say, listen, I don't care how long it's been. Be like, you son of a bitch. This is how you make me feel, or blah blah blah, you know, whatever. I mean, again, if it's family, that's broad. It can be an ex, it can be a sibling, it can be a parent, I don't know. Someone, you know, again, either side. I think I don't need to go around again for this. I think this is pretty cut and dry. It's been cut and dry all along. Somebody is definitely at a point in their life that you've built a foundation. You're stable. You have your balance. You're probably not dealing with any drama or anything like that. But for some reason, you feel like you are stuck, and you are not able to move forward. And recently, or suddenly, or whatever. Something has made you can't stop thinking about the wrongs you've done to people, the things that you've planted along the way to create your karma. And I think you're worried about it now. I think as somebody looking at the situation with different eyes, I think you're realizing the severity maybe of some things. Maybe there's multiple things. Maybe there's multiple people. I don't know, but it's all kind of like you're dealing with. This is it. This is all of the things. Yeah. And you need to confront and acknowledge and try to fix it if you can, or whatever, before you're able to move on. You can't just act like it didn't happen and you're going to start a brand new life. I feel like you left maybe a path of destruction in your wake, and I think you need to do a little bit of damage control. On the flip side, if you are someone who was on that path that was destructed, and you are feeling like you need closure, if you're waiting for the person to say it to you, I do not think you're going to get that, and I think you need to figure out a way to move through all this bullshit Easter candy that you think is gold and realize you don't need it. And figure out what's next for you. Until you're able to do it with a strong heart and face it head on, you're not going to be able to do it, so make sure you're strong enough. But that's what you need to do. And then for both of you, if you're able to get through it properly and get through all that, learn your lessons, do your thing, you will be victorious. And I think you will be lighter of the weight of the secrets, or the weight of, if you're the victim in all this, the weight of your secrets. They're gonna come to light, and you'll be victorious. Let me get you an oracle, and then we'll be done. Man, these things are hard to get through, and it's hard to make sense of anything, especially on both sides. You know what? Because, like, I've thought of stuff like I've done just out of survival, in the moment or whatever, when you're younger, and it's, you justify the cause. And then again, maybe you look back with a little bit more maturity and growth, and you're like, wow, that was fucked up. Whether it's to somebody, or whether it's, a situation you kept yourself in, or whatever, like just bad decisions and things that you need to, you might hurt people along the way. I wish I could apologize to my parents for a few things. Not a lot. I don't have a whole lot of baggage from them. I know they love me and kind of knew a lot of things I was going through when I was going through them. So, I'm thankful for that. But there's still a few things that, sting when I think about it. Anything that makes you like, oh, when you think about it, that's probably something you should address. Even if you feel like it's like forever going, you look stupid. I've reached out to people and haven't gotten answered, but I still did it. And that's fine. They don't have to answer me. They don't have to understand my path. They don't have to understand why I had to do it. But I did it. And that's okay. They don't have to accept it. But some did. And that was awesome. And that's the difference. Like, that's how you're able to walk away without closure, is when you're genuine. Because you don't have to prove it to anybody. It's like, take it for what it is. If I'm here apologizing to you, like bearing my heart to you, clearly, there's a reason. And if people can't accept it, then that's fine. That's fine. You can't tell them when to not be hurt by something you did. You can't do that. You're like, well, I'm sorry now, so you shouldn't be hurt. Oh, okay. No, it doesn't work that way. It doesn't. Walk away. You're wasting your precious energy on something that will not bear fruit. It's time to turn your attention to things more aligned to your soul's purpose. I feel like that's good for, obviously mostly the person who's trying to walk away. The way I'm interpreting it for the other side, for the person who has the karma to pay, is I feel like it's walking away from your ego. Like it's the last bit of your ego you need to shred before you're like aligned and ready for your path. That you'll be the fool. You'll be getting ready to start your journey. But you have to shed that little bit of ego, and what you need to do that is make right what you can that your ego did. Yeah. Okay, my loves. I might do another video. It's kind of early. I have like 3 days off. I am like so happy. I'm so happy. I don't have to do anything. Alright, well, I hope you have a great day, and like and subscribe if you're feeling my vibe. I'll see you on the next video.